Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dave Sebastian, coordinator of Mentoring Arts Programming for Wayside. We are together again to continue working on our Lord Nibbler skateboard project. If you guys haven't seen that, please go over to, the Greenhouse Graphics Facebook page. Thursday and Friday we worked on Lord Nibbler. And today we're continuing. We're working into the background right now. We're adding some buildings and some external graphics, titles, that kind of stuff. We're coming up on doing all of our hardcore details, which I'm really excited about. So we are going to begin with that pretty much right away. I wanted to talk to you guys for just a sec about our programming. We've been doing this now for more than a year, this virtual programming. So now we're starting to think about going back into in-person programming, So I'm reaching out to all you guys who may know me or have been to my programs, and anybody who hasn't, my studio is in Framingham, and you could absolutely visit us there. It's at 68 Henry Street, which is Tempo Young Adult Resource Center. We haven't come up with a start date for there yet, but it's coming. So if anybody is interested in that, could you please throw me a message through here? Throw me a message through YouTube or Facebook, or you can find me on successfest.com. I have an Instagram page, it's pretty easy to find us. This is, of course, the easiest. Send me a message, an instant message through here, because I'd love to hear folks' feelings about it. It's the studio is a basement room, and I wish it had more ventilation and stuff. So I don't know how people feel about it. I know a lot of people seem really interested in going outside, but going outside to go inside is, I don't know. So let me know. I will be continuing this either way. So, guys, I'm exhausted. I feel like every time I'm on with you guys, I'm like yawning, sleepy. A lot of people yawn when they're A lot of people yawn when they're nervous. I don't know if I'm yawning for that reason. Probably not. I'm not really nervous, honestly. I've been hanging out with you guys for a year now, man. It's all good. Hey, did you guys see my son was nice enough to tag my ceiling? So very, very cool. All right, let's take a look at our friend Lord Nibbler. So there he is. That's where we're at the moment. We've basically got Lord Nibbler laid out pretty good. It's kind of a tight drawing of him. It was really not my intention to go that far, but he's a relatively simple character. So once you start working on him, it just kind of cooks along. So there's some stuff definitely I want to change on him. That these black lines here are too dark, and then he's pretty flat. So I'm hoping to get him away from being so flat. But right now we're working on the background. I don't know if I can tip the camera a little, so you can see up here. This is going to be the shipping office from Futurama. We got a title up here on the top, and then we'll have this stuff, and we're going to have some additional graphics going down towards the bottom. So right now we're basically in the background around Nibbler himself, and I have a stencil here, which is what this is. I've mixed up some, I'm using Angelus paint today. I've been really enjoying Angelus paint quite a bit, so it's been something that I've been using more lately. So today I'm using this Angelus green paint called South Beach. My daughter picks my colors for me because I'm extremely colorblind. This is a really brightly colored piece for me. I don't usually paint so bright, but I'm pretty excited about it. So I got our paint mixed. I got our paint in the airbrushes, and pretty much ready to go. I hit the green already once. You can see that here. Sorry about that, guys. right? So all this area right here is a stencil. It's a this is like a sewer pipe and some buildings. Sewer pipe's going to be gray, so I kind of didn't hit that super hard. Really, it's the city that I wanted the green color on. I'm using panels from. Excuse me, my goodness. I'm using you know, panels from the Futurama comic. So this is for sure their, you know, like their city, not mine. So, you know, I've been trying to hit these guys kind of light so that you can kind of build it up a little, you know, so it doesn't look like you've just been nailing it. Over here is brush strokey. I've brushed it and airbrushed it. I think I'm going to brush it one more time to see if we can clean up some of those things. Some of the brush strokes. All right. I got to kind of be able to see the edges of the stencil here. Oh. There we go. Got some good coverage there. Looks pretty good. So these are, of course, just our undercolor. You know, like this is, we're going to do our details on top of it, and then theoretically wind up even hitting it, maybe even again with that color. So we're going to see what happens with that. So now we're going to pull the stencil, which I will not need again, I believe. On this piece, I'm trying to use like exclusively Frisket. Oh, actually, I do need to use this again. Oh, awesome! I had a problem with this Frisket leaving glue, and I was like, oh, it's not that Frisket, it's the other one. Well, guess what? It's this one. Now, how will I get that glue off the middle of Nibbler's head? I wonder. Right. Oh, that's super upsetting. How will I get that off? I just painted over it where it happened down here, which I guess I could also do. It said to use Goof Off, and of course Goof Off takes your paint off too. So that's not good. I need something that won't transfer, but that I can kind of scrub with. Oh, jeez. Hold on one sec, guys. That outline looks pretty good, actually. Trying to use like a an iPad holder to hold the skateboard, because I've been having a hard time finding something that can hold the skateboard. Sorry, one sec, you guys. Be right back with you. Nothing's worse than your equipment falls on you. In this case, you could probably call it the easel, because that's what it is. All right, let's try that. Gotta just move this camera a little. Alright, hopefully this will stay. Alright, one sec. Sorry about that, guys. Finally got everything working, and I can't get everything working. Oh, it's magical. Yeah, well, I guess I'm just going to try to paint over this glue, or maybe just keep working it. It'll take a few minutes, though. I want to keep painting, you know what I mean? Alright. Sorry, guys, that's just my compressor. Right? Alright. Looks pretty good. Alright. Alright. I think the next thing we're going to do is just send over our next text stencil that we want to use down here. And then I think we'll set up one more stencil to run for a sec right here. So I can show you. We got it all set up and ready to go. So we can just jump in. Possibly not. Sometimes they just don't want to work. Oh, that's not the right one, and that's not the right one. We need this one. Launch Switcher Studio. That's not it. Launch Switcher Cast. Launch Switcher Cast. Looks different. There we go. All right, guys, we're a mess. We're a mess here today. It's just a mess. All right, so let's just jump over here real quick and we can hit send, and then we'll have our next piece of stencil. Well, hold on one second. I think that we have another one we can do first while we're sitting here and set up. That green color we're not going to need. I didn't put a lot in here. Yeah, I'll just dump it. Throw a little water in here. Spray that out, and then we just need to get in. Actually, you know, this color wouldn't have been too bad. Should have just used it. Alright, I think I was going to use white, I think, right? Is that what I wanted to use? I really should have just used what was in there. That green is fine. Gray wouldn't be bad. What else will help me? One of the things that starts to go bad when you get old is you start talking to yourself. I totally never do it, but you know what I mean? Getting low on eyedroppers. See this? I hate that these paints come with this brush tip. It sucks. Makes me feel like I'm in preschool. I'm painting in preschool. These guys don't care. I mean, the people at Angelus. I called them. They're extremely nice. They just don't have any advice for me. Alright. Just thinning this a little, you know what I mean? It goes through the airbrush considerably better. I'm probably reducing it around maybe like 20%, 15-20%. I'm finding that that's pretty good for me. It has been spitting a little, so I think that I'm trying to add a little bit more than I was just now. Alright, so we got that paint in there. Get your skull on. Okay. So now this same stencil we were just spraying with is our rocket outline. If I didn't just get it tangled beyond all repair, which I have done many, many times. Come on, girl. One thing you can't do is drop stencil on the floor, especially if you have dogs, because there will be dog hair on your low-tack surface. save it. I feel like this one goes the wrong way too. Yeah, I need that ship to go the other direction. I got a little reference here. I'll show you guys. So I made this out of a few pieces of Futurama, right? And I like threw some gray in the background to put them in the street. And then I got this ship and stuff up here, which is what we're going to outline right now. All right, so what we're doing is trying to save this small piece of frisket so that we can use it for this last thing that we want to do here, which is bring in their craft, you know, like their spaceship, for lack of a more intelligent choice of what to say. Now, as you guys saw when we were just together, is this fell on the floor. And got pretty messed up, actually. Just gotta check it out and see if how much we've messed up on it. Sorry, guys. Whoa. Don't move on me, girl. Is that sexist to say that? I'm sorry. I don't know. Let's see if we can make that work. Yikes, I hit it again, right? Anything I can get off of there. Alright, well, we can always fix it if it looks a little messed up in that particular spot right there. This other stuff looks alright. I think we'll be able to get a little bit of a coat on there. What we have to watch out for is, sorry guys, we have to watch out for is going under and over the stencil, all right? Because right here is where that building is going to be. So at least we'll lose a little piece of the bottom of the craft. And then we know that it's going to go up here and just clip the bottom of that A. But luckily we got some masking here that should protect up there. And we're going to have to trim that little piece off. That looks pretty good. I pretty much put in the same gray as the bottom because all we really need is just to have a base color here. the camera again. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, we're going to leave that one up there for a few minutes because we got to hit it with the next color, which I think is going to be a old bone white when we get into there. Got a bunch more gray in here, so we will work our way down to the bottom here. Hit this up a little. We got to hit that drain pipe that we were just working on. In fact, maybe we'll hit that up right now. Okay. Whatever. Cut a little excess off, but I think I'll just stay away from that corner. All right. Let's confuse here. Make sure we don't get too high. Same thing, so we can get a kind of a hard line there. Just want to make sure I don't mask off the wrong thing, which I do a lot. I go to the tip of his toe, straight back. Okay. Hold on one sec until we pull this masking off right here. Kind of cleaned up there a little. figure that out in a few. Now we got that out. Do that one more time. Guess maybe he had to be tipped a little bit more. We're going to have to make this work. What I'm looking for is a good hard line for the, this is the ground. This is the road. You guys see this okay? Just pretty much hitting up anything that looks, dog-eared or beat up. Or really brush-strokey, which is definitely the problem on the top. Down here doesn't seem as bad. Down here definitely doesn't feel as brush-strokey. That's really good. Gonna have to hit that top again, but I want to hit the jet thing. What do you think the right thing to call that is? It's not a jet because it goes into space. It's not a spaceship in a traditional sense, I feel like. I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like it's, I don't know. Definitely doesn't seem to be spaceship. Probably could use a piece of tape right there too. Unfortunately, kind of not. It's like a rounded thing. Can't quite see what I'm doing here. Cool. Okay. Blue in there, and we got green in here. To do next. Now we gotta hit that ship up there in some cream color, which only makes the inevitable cleaning the paint out again. There you go. Alright. So pretty much got everything out of there. Got a little water in. Grab our little brush here real quick. Alright. So then we're going to grab our air. Alright, we grab our air hose, connect it back up to our machine. And then we just use this clean out, to clean her up. And all you do basically is we're just pumping the air and the thin down paint into this jar. And the paint is hitting like a guard right inside the top. So it's allowing the paint to drip down and the pressure of the air to leave. Always reminds me of a Hawaiian punch can. Kind of the same idea, That's pretty much the same idea. Alright. So pain in the butt, this is what we have to do next. Color to use. I was thinking maybe vanilla. It seems to have a little bit more yellow than that. We'll go with vanilla. Let's see how that goes. Alright, throw this guy over here. I got this cool thing that I've been working with lately, which is that I have, let me see, I'll show you guys. So this is my airbrush table, like my my mayo stand, right? Problem with the mayo stand is that everything falls over. If you bump into it, everything falls over. So obviously this is inconvenient. So I put earth magnets inside the jars and they suck to the surface. It's pretty awesome. Whoa. Guy needs some more shaking. These are Angelus paints, as you've noticed if you've read the title. Whoops. Try not to throw things. Put this away. Right. Probably be enough shaking, hopefully, because this paint looked rough, man. Still looks pretty rough. Huh. Ugh. Yeah, this stuff looks not good. It's pretty much barely liquid. Alright, well, let's see what happens if we use it. Try to get it off my hands. I'll call these guys. Break out our friend Too Thin, which I am ripping through. All right, like, look at this. Open this jar like yesterday. I'm concerned about the quality of this paint here. I'll give a little extra. Let's go with 6. Hopefully that will open up this paint a little. Get our... Whoa! Where'd it go? Oh man, that was totally foolish. Oh, totally foolish. Yeah, that went great. Oh, I think I kind of flipped it. I don't even know what happened. Tossed it over there. I get rid of this stuff. This is another color. What's the matter, buddy? Hey, sorry about that, you guys. My boy Mac having a little trouble, so we got to help him out. You know how that goes. So because that paint is not going to work, we're going to have to switch to airbrush paint. This is Old Bone White, which is a color I've always depended on. Problem is that I haven't had a great job on the skateboard with airbrush paint. I mean, you know, Nibbler is painted with airbrush. Oh man, so look at that. That's paint that exploded. But then we got this glue. Sucks. Totally sucks. You know what I mean? All right, so we're going to use airbrush paint, illustration Old Bone White. Got our airbrush cleaned out. Don't need a ton. We're just doing this little ship up here. I'm going to reduce it about 20%, 25%, so that we can get something out of it. All right. So this is just a little darker than cream. A little bit of the gray in there snuck in. So I'm going to jump back in up here. See if we can get the camera up there a little. Because we're really working here. All right. Oh. All right. I'm going to try not to hit my head on the camera. All right, I'll have to let that dry for a few. All right. What to do next? Maybe we'll send over our next. Whoops. All right, you guys, let's jump in here for a sec. This is what we're working on with our dude here. All right. Back to design. We got our Futurama logo right there and ready to go. Just used up this whole sheet of Frisket on the last project. This one big enough. Kinda doubt it. Maybe. Let's see how big we got it. So right now, looks like we got 1.6 by 5.06. And we got 2. And it's the 5.06. Hey, look at that. Totally got it. So this guy is 7 by 2. So we got to go into our page setup here. And this guy is 2. Gotta move this up. You got to hold on one sec, you guys. got you guys. A lot of people have been telling me that I should start recording these so they're not a live stream and they're a recording. What do you guys think? How about anybody that's interested in having an opinion, throw me an email so that I can figure out what to do. We were just talking earlier about what do we do about going back into the studio and working with people, like in person? Like, what do we do? I don't even know. All right, we're going to take this over to our friend the Silhouette. He's going to tell us what he's going to cut right here. That is all we're cutting, is simply the text. This is going to work really, really fine because we only need the upside down text for the bottom of the board. The last text we did came out really, really good, so I'm kind of excited, you know what I mean? All right, so once you're in here and ready, which is this word right here, and we take a look. The only thing I've wondered about is this 2-pass. I don't think I need it, but if I don't do it, I worry that it might not cut enough. And then, you're really in trouble if the thing doesn't cut enough. All right, because then we're trimming it, and I don't trim nearly as good as the computer. You know what I mean? So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back over here and check on everything being dry. If the plane is totally dry, we'll hit it one more time with the old bone. And then we're going to go down and put this Futurama logo on the bottom. And then might see about starting to put some lines in. I'm trying to decide basically to go right at it with marker, which I haven't exactly had great luck with. It seems to peel the paint off and stuff. Or Angelus themselves says to use their acrylic finisher, which is right here, and to put that over the whole surface so that we can get it to sort of stay, stay fixed. My idea lately has been, what about spraying Mod Podge or gel medium on it, or clear coat or anything like that. Got to pretty much think of something to do because it coming off like that. My intention at the end is to put top coat on it, like just spray top coat on the whole thing, an airbrush product called top coat. And I do have one that they call intercoat. So it's one you could do between coats, but I used that and I didn't find that it really worked particularly well. And then there's a material called adhesion promoter, and I didn't think that one was that great really either. So I'm going to have to try something. Hey, hold on one sec, you guys. Don't want you reading my text. All right. Hey. All right, so here we got our cut stencil. Looks good. Just need our hook. Start pulling it out. I wish that there was a much, much better way to show you guys these stencils and stuff, because I'm always using white and clear material. It is extremely difficult to be able to show them to you guys. Just be able to get it here flat for a sec. Be surprised how difficult it is to do that sometimes. So for pulling the stencil, what you want to do, at least for text, is take all your letters out. This is what you guys totally want to see, I'm sure. Alright, so you want to go through each letter take them out. Sorry, guys. So that our sticker, you know, is, you know, we can see this particular one is definitely like a negative one. I feel like, you know, most of stencils are negative, but I'm trying to start doing some positive ones by using transfer paper. I'm not totally confident in it just yet, but I'm trying. I need a piece of tape. Usually I would do this repair with masking tape, but I don't have any up here. You can hear her calling over and over. My daughter's friends, I mean. Which is totally fine. You know, I don't care. Just wish they would